just some follow-up questions and clarification. Okay, Attorney Flores ulit, ma'am. When you were regional director, kasama po ang Sulu.
Until, from 1997 until 2004 po.
2004.
Apo.
Then, when you were relieved, kasama po ang Sulu sa tinanggal sa inyo, hindi?
Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, Your Honor.
Yung tatlo po ang sinasabi niyong island provinces na tinanggal sa inyo.
Opo.
Okay. Let me just read the difference between the congressional canvass and non-FREL tally, no? Sa Congress po, Arroyo 78,429, po 60,807 sa Sulu, ano? Sa non-FREL po, Arroyo 23,896. Again, no? Sa COMELEC 78,429, sa non-FREL 23,896, or nadagdagan ng mga 55,000 votes. Po sa COMELEC, sa Congressional Canvass 60,807, doon po sa non-FREL 45,740, or more or less nabawasan ng 14,000 plus votes, no? And I just like to read this, ma'am, because yung relevance nito sa sinabi po nyo na hindi nyo maintindihan ba't kayo tinanggal, and ang implication sa inyo may gusto silang gawin na ayaw nyo maging bahagi or part of it, no?
That's my presumption, Your Honor.
And let me mention that these are the same questions I asked Director Sumalipao. And Director, sinabi nyo po sa amin last time, hahanapin nyo yung records nyo. Nahanap nyo po ba? Hindi na.
I talk about the canvassing,
Yes.
the recorded tape of the canvassing. I was able to get some tapes, Your Honors, just to negate the statement of Witness Alonto that I did not canvass the national positions. I have that, Your Honor.
Did you also canvass the party list representatives, the votes for the party list?
Yes, Your Honors. In fact, it was stated in the tape that I canvassed from President, reading all the votes for the candidates up to the party list and towards the local positions.
Was there
Your Honors.
anything peculiar about some of the party list votes in your area? Meron po bang medyo nagulat kayo sa canvas ng party list?
Actually, we have some votes that caught my attention, and of course that belongs to the candidate who is coming from the province, Your Honor, from Lanao del Sur.
Sa party list po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anong napansin nyo about it?
Actually, the party list na sinasabi ko whose nominee is coming from the province got quite a number of votes, Your Honor, in each municipality, Your Honor.
Which could be normal kung taga-ron yung nominee.
Yes, Your Honor.
But what was peculiar about it is the mere fact na marami siyang nakuha.
Yes, Your Honors.
Which there's nothing wrong with that, ho, no?
Yes, Your Honors, actually.
But did you notice, ho, that the total number of voters of Lanao del Sur was 273,011? 273,011.
I believe so, Your Honors,
Okay.
please.
And the number of votes for party list was 279,000. This is 927, meaning there were 6,800 more votes than number of voters for party list. Wasn't this a little bit peculiar?
A little bit peculiar, Your Honors, please. Somehow, as we have delved into this, actually in every elections, there were so many inclusion orders from the court. In fact, there were so many court orders likewise which was invalidated by the Commission on Elections. And I could not recall if it is one of those in 2004,
Isn't
Your
it
Honors.
true, sir, that the national average of people who vote for party list is less than 60%?
That's the very reason, Your Honors, that
But
I
in
was
the-
quite surprised on the votes of
In the
of
case
that coming from
of
Lanao
Lanao
del
del Sur, it's not 100%. It's 100 and it's more because 273,000 lang ang botante pero 279,000 ang nakaboto. So there's 6,000 more people who voted for the party list. Yet, kinanvas pa rin ho ng canvassing committee that you headed.
Actually, Your Honors, please, as I've said, may mga inclusion orders from the court then nobody raised that questions. Then as I've said also, Your Honors, please, after canvassing 25 of those municipalities to the list, I inhibited, Your Honors.
Yes. So hindi, ang order ho ba ng korte yung buong 279,000, or are you not empowered to investigate or to stop the canvass? I read the law last time, hindi po ba? Kahit walang nag-complain, kasi Director, pasensya ka na, pero paulit-ulit po kayo minsan na wala naman nag-complain. Diba? Pero duty ho ng COMELEC, kaya may nag-complain man o hindi, pag halatang halata sa harap mo may anomalya, imbestigahan kung bakit ganun ang nangyari. At kahit may inclusion, ang ibig sabihin ho ng inclusion order ng korte, ibig ho sabihin nun, pag may dispute, whether dapat bilangin o hindi. Pero obviously po, pagka ang bibilangin mo ay lampas na sa dami ng botante, there's something wrong there. Did the judge order you to count all the 279, or he ordered you to just include some, and ikaw na nag-decide na you have to count everything?
Actually, Your Honors, please, the inclusion I'm talking about is the inclusion as voters, Your Honors, please. And if my memory serves me right, at that time, we have at least 50,000, more than 50,000 inclusion orders issued by the courts. That was the very reason why the Commission and Bank delved on these inclusion orders. But actually, the orders of the Commission invalidating some of these inclusion orders came in after the elections already, Your Honors, please. So, based on that data, I presume that even those voters ordered included in the list were able to vote, Your Honors. But somehow, Your Honors, please, I do believe that it's still surprising, Your Honors.
This is from PCIJ, but anyway, Your Honor, we will wait for the presentation of non-FREL. My point, Your Honors, we can see the pattern. Sa Suluho, tinanggal si Director Flores, at sa Garci tape, 3 beses tumawag si, allegedly tumawag, or yung boses, allegedly ni dating Pangulo Arroyo, 3 beses tumawag kay Commissioner Garciliano na ang pinag-uusapan ay Sulu. Allegedly, May 27, May 29, and June 2. And as we promised the chairman, we will try to show, no? Ang pinalit po sa kanya si Attorney Magbutay, no, who was also mentioned in the Garci tapes. So in the case of Sulu na na-mention sa Garci tapes at ito lumabas, iba ang resulta ng non-FREL, iba ang resulta sa congressional canvass. In case of Lanao del Sur, the same thing. Ilang beses na mention sa Garci tapes at pagkatapos ganito resulta. So again, we're not pointing fingers at this point in time, Your Honor. But any information that you can give us, Director, no? It's not a matter of putting the blame on someone else. But if you know something or what happened there or how come those were the results, diba? It would help this committee and it would clear your name, no? But if not, being the head of the canvassing committee there, you or being the director of the region, you would expect that we would ask these kinds of questions. I'll yield to the chair because we have a very special guest here today that I guess the chair would like to.
Thank you, Senator Cayetano. Sige. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of former Congressman Juan Miguel Subiri as additional resource person because he heard, I think, the testimony of Mr. Mamukau. You want to say something?
Yes,
Ay, oo nga pala. And of course, I want to acknowledge the presence of Senator Gringo Honasan who would like to ask questions.
John, to continue my point earlier, that we want to learn more so that we may be able to craft legislative measures to prevent, or may we be able to craft preventive measures for the future elections. May I just ask Attorney Flores, she was removed, okay. What can they not do with you at the helm?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Yeah,
But one thing I know for sure, because I know myself more than anybody does, is they could not have succeeded in ordering me to do something that was against the law.
And what did they want to do? What do you suspect the strategy was? No? Anong pwedeng gawin nang wala ka na ano? Saan sa madaling salita saan titirahin?
Your Honor,
Sa election returns, sa ballot switching, sa yun ang gusto naming malaman so that dito namin
Your Honor, at the time that I got my relief order, I could not really understand why they relieved me. It was only when the Garci tape came out that I realized it was a blessing in disguise that I was relieved, because I could not accept the fact that I was relieved from a designation or from a job. I think I was too naive to see it coming at that time. I trusted so much my superiors at that time. I had respect for them. I did not know about a plan at all, Your Honor.
But on the other hand, if you were not removed, baka hindi nangyari yun. Hindi po ba?
I would have refused
You would not have allowed it.
Yes, Your Honor.
And
I would not.
What do you think is this that you would not have allowed? Where would be the approach? Switching, ballot switching,
Anything that
election
is
return?
against the law, Your Honor.
We were hoping to get specifics on how this is done.
I would assume from the statement of Captain Val Lopez, because when he approached me, he said, tulungan si Lepengwi. And the only way that somebody could help a losing candidate is to reverse the results, Your Honor.
Yes, and where? Sa election
During
return?
the canvassing,
Sa-
Your Honor.
During the canvassing itself. So sa SOB,
Sa lahat po siguro po. Because when the timing of his approach to me was during the canvassing process. We were still canvassing.
Well, hopefully, Mr. Chairman, baka yung mga iba pang mga resource persons natin concerning tungkol dito makakadagdag doon sa impormasyon na gusto nating makuha. Thank you, Attorney Flores.
Just on that point, ma'am, you said kanina, sinabi po sa iyo ni Captain Lopez, I'm sorry,
Senator Cayetano.
Just on that point na sinabi niyo ho, to answer the question of Senator Soto, no? Sinabi daw sa inyo ni Captain Lopez, sabi niyo po kanina, na ang sabi, with the help of the tabulators.
Opo.
So meaning ho, ang paraan na gagawin, yung tabulators na tinatabulate nila per precinct, pag tabulate nila, babaguhin nila. Kaya yung resulta, iiba.
Opo.
So that's one way to do it.
Yes, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
That's all, Mr. Chair. I apologize to